Hi, and today Jamie and I are continuing our Northamptonshire Village Odyssey, and this time we're in Woodford Halse. So, like many Northamptonshire villages, the manors of Woodford, Hinton and Farndon were mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086. In fact, come to think of it, practically all the villages that we've been to in Northamptonshire have been mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086. So this is no exception, so it goes way back. And we're here at the moment in the grounds of the 12th century Church of St Mary the Virgin, parts of which, as I said, date back to the 12th century. And the first recorded rector here was William de Woodford, who served here until 1201. The church has been added to and extended over the centuries, and finally it was completely restored and rebuilt in 1878 to what it is now, and it's a really rather lovely church with a very pretty graveyard. So over the centuries, the economy of Woodford Halse has been based largely around agriculture and farming until the latter part of the 1800s, when the Great Central Railway Company opened its Nottingham to London line, and a station was created at Woodford Halse. There was a big extensive marshalling yard and railway depot built here as well, and there was a great influx of population into the village. So there were several streets of terraced houses built to accommodate the workers, and also as you've seen a high street full of shops which still exist today. Sadly, in the 1960s, when the National Railways were reorganised and a lot of railway stations were shut down, Woodford Halse station was one of those and shut down. But you can still see remnants of the railway history still in Woodford Halse, with these double railway bridges behind us here, and the entrance to the old station is in the middle of those and it's bricked up. So now we're on the site of the original marshalling yards and railway depots, and since the 1960s, after it was closed down, it's been transformed into this managed wild woodland, which is right in the heart of the village. So if you were to live in the village, you'd have woodland walks right on your doorstep. So I've given you a little bit of history about the village. I'm sure there's plenty more. So sorry if I've missed anything vital out. So just bring you up to date and let you know what's happening in Woodford Halse these days. There's still a great variety of shops up there on Church Street. So there's a butcher's, there's several restaurants, takeaways, groceries, post office. What else have we got? Library, there's the primary school. Oh, the library has a nice cafe, by the way. And there are lots of social clubs, activity clubs and historic societies and so on. So there's plenty to do. And for the sports minded, well, you've got a real choice. There is a football club, the Woodford Halse United Football Club. There is a cricket club. There is the Harriers, a running club, bowling club. So too numerous to mention almost. So this is probably the most distinctive building in Woodford Halse, this lovely half-timbered Victorian building, which was built in 1900, originally as the railway hotel. The railway was a great draw, so there's obviously lots of people needed somewhere to stay, so that was built for them. It's now Woodford Halse Social Club, which is a very active club. It's got over 700 members. and there's lots of events that are put on here, live music events, etc. It's also available for private hire. So this is a great hub of the village. So now for something completely different. If all those clubs and sports that I've just mentioned weren't enough, what you could do, if you like walking with a furry companion, is come down to the Arcadia Alpaca Centre just outside Woodford Halse and go trekking with one of these guys. So here we are in Parson Street, in the heart of the older part of the village, and in my opinion it's one of the prettiest streets in the village. It's got lots of different kinds of buildings, from quaint terrace cottages to the Gothic ex-Moravian church just up there. And so if you agree with me that it's got lots of things to do, there's lots going on, and it's a super place to live, and you're looking for somewhere to buy, how about this lovely 3-bedroomed character cottage on the market with Campbell's just now?